Hey guys, what is going on? DaBoki here once again. It is time for a Totems Talk video. I think that's what I'm going to be mostly focused on today. My gosh, I see a big cat floating around. I just signed on and there was an MVP that was happening, so I thought it was a pretty good timing here. I think I want to just get to 231. I mean, obviously we're going to hit 231. I think that's going to be number one. I don't know how far we'll get into 231. I don't know if I'll do the full totem today, but we'll definitely do some good training, I think. Maplestory does have a compensation gift right now, which I don't really know what it's for, but it seems like there's a few things here. Oh, the gender-locked items and surprise style box, it looks like, is for one, and the other one as well. Okay, so it looks like gender-locked items for the style box. I'll go ahead and claim those. We'll see what they're all about. I always like free things. Thank you, Nexon. Oh my gosh, I might disconnect. There's so many Maplers coming into this map right now. There's also reset happening too. Okay, so just hit the time. I think MVP should proc any moment now. Look at this big old tree in here. I like that. I feel like I'm so unprepared though. I just signed on. Literally just signed on, got off of work. And I was gonna take some time, there it is right there, MVP, to kind of get myself situated and ready for my little training session, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take an MVP if it's happening right off the bat, for sure. All right, let's go back to Arcana. I think I want to train here for today. Ooh, there's actually some pretty good stuff in this Bebe box. There's 2x coupons 30, 2x drop coupons, arcane symbols. Wow. Wow, some good stuff. Okay, so we'll go ahead and hold on to that. I do want to try out this Moonlight set. Sure. What is this all about? We're going to do a quick little fashion show again. See what we're going to get here. Oh, cute. All right, yeah, we'll go ahead and rock this little set for now. That's adorable. Ooh, look at that cloud effect around me. That's awesome. Okay, as you can see, definitely not prepared for this, but that's okay. Maple reward shop. We'll get ourselves a totem. Pop our totem on. And we're getting it. I've been still really enjoying Earth Spirits. I think this place is like a nice, easy map for me, able to clear some things, so I'll go ahead and just live here. Oh, I'm really liking this weapon effect too. That is really pretty. Let me just get myself a little bit cleared here. And then we'll go ahead and pop our things, all of our buffs. Let me go ahead and get this rune. That was probably the most like rushed little totem start that I've done so far. I felt like I had to get like everything off the bat. Well, that's what happens when it starts with an MVP. I'm just getting warmed up, guys. I feel like it's just been so long since I've popped a totem, actually trained with all the buffs going. So this feels really nice. I miss this. I felt like it's been a while since I've kind of gotten back into it, so this is good. And I'm just really liking this NX outfit. Actually, it's really cute. This like little weapon effect is really adorable. But yeah, I got off of work today and kind of a long day of work, not gonna lie. They switched up my teams at work, so everyone is with like everyone new. I think they did it because after quarantine and everyone started working at home, I think we kind of got a little too comfortable working in our same environments and the teams, so they just kind of did a huge shakeup throughout our program, which I think it was pretty needed, to be honest. You know, I felt like myself, I was getting kind of stagnant and definitely needed a change of pace, so I think that was a pretty smart move by them. So I'm working with a whole bunch of new people, just learning how everyone works, of course, and it's like almost like it's been like new day, like a brand new, like first days in a way. It felt like just the introductions and breaking the ice with people. But yeah, still the days feel pretty long though, you know, just, I don't know. It feels a little bit hard to get through the days of work, but you know what? I'm just trying to be as positive as I can and just go through, because I think a lot of times it's easier to realize what's going wrong than what's going right in our life. I think just in general too, right? Like especially the news. Like the news, you guys know, just kind of always points out what's going wrong. I think it just gets probably the most attention. The people that are disagreeing with things the most are always speaking the loudest, stuff like that. Like a big thing also just kind of reminded me when I was working in Papa Murphy's. I think I told this too before, but it was like just the thought was kind of coming back to me. But like the head manager would come in and he would always like, you know, have us stand in a line in the back of the store, and then he would point out everything that we're doing wrong, that we could be improving on. And it always made us feel like, looking back at it now, that like we were never doing anything right, that we were always doing things wrong, because he never really praised us, I guess, and pointed out with the things that we're doing right. Or maybe he would at the start of it, you know, like just really briefly just say, oh, you guys are doing a good job, but, and then that but, you know, the but comes in, and whenever someone says but, it just like negates everything they said before, because they're about to like now hammer down all the bad stuff on you. And they're like, they don't even like really, I don't know, it just feels like it negates everything that they said. So yeah, I think I've been trying, at least with my days, day to day, especially since I've been back. Oh, we're blessed with an elite boss. Holy smokes. Right off the bat, seriously? All right, little boss toss, here we go. But yeah, I mean, since I've been back, I've been really just trying to focus on more of the positives, you know, the brighter side of life, and I guess just be thankful for everything. But of course it's hard. This like little thought came to my mind as well, just kind of this whole thing on being positive and living your life just super positively, which I think is like almost impossible to do, because I think it's almost like we're lying to ourselves sometimes, and we should be expressing our emotions and feelings at the same time, and not be like, not hiding that we're sad or upset, you know, about anything. So I'm kind of like, I'm still kind of like thinking about that, but I was just thinking about this thought where like, if you have a test coming up, right, or something big, a lot of times, at least for me, like just kind of we're thinking that we're gonna fail, right? Just like, oh, just gonna be doing so bad on this test and we're not gonna do well. And it's almost like trying to set the expectations really low in my mind, just so that the disappointment is not that bad, I guess. But in my mind, I feel like it really messes with us just to our day-to-day life if we keep thinking that way, because like if you have a test coming up and you're just super negative about it and you're just dreading for that day to come because you think you know that you're gonna fail that test, then the whole time, like up to that test, all the days that go by, you're gonna have that really negative outlook. And I really do believe that that affects just everything around us, like our energy, if we're super negative just about, you know, a test, right? Or something that is coming up that we know we're gonna do really bad on, that we think we're gonna do really bad on. I feel like we're almost just setting ourselves up for failure for every other event that comes throughout our life. So like, if you were super positive about it and you just knew you're gonna pass and ace it, right? Even though you probably won't, or you might not. Others me being negative again, saying you're not gonna pass the test. But I'm just saying, like, let's just say you believe that you're gonna do well, all right? You believe that you're gonna do well, and every day until that test comes up, you're almost like shining this like really bright light. And I think a lot of other amazing opportunities can be formed and found, not like for the test wise, but things that come up on the way before the test, because like I'm just like in a better mood, you know, and just kind of knowing that things are going to go well and my mood is better. And when my mood is better, better things tend to happen around me. Like when I'm super excited about something or really happy, like I just feel like everything around me just flows better. It's a really interesting feeling. I don't know if you guys felt that before. I think like right now what I can remember is like when I'm really excited for like a game to come out and it's like this weekend or something, right? I don't think like lately it's been like that because there hasn't been really any games that I've been excited about, but I remember this especially when I was like younger. Just that like whole time until that game comes out, like even like that month, I'm just on such a high. I just feel so good. And I think like that's what we need to achieve more, or at least that's what I'm going to try to achieve more in life, is just getting that like really happy high in a way. Just like almost psyching myself out and just being happy. It's almost like if you're really negative about something, like going back to the test example, it's like torturing yourself. Except, I don't know, it's like you're torturing yourself, like a slow pain torture up until that test point. Or you can be really positive about it, know you're gonna do really well, and you're riding this amazing high until you get to the test. And if you do fail, then it's just like a one big slap, I guess, and like disappointment. But I feel like I'd rather have that than just like a prolonged torture throughout my life in a way. Anyways, that was kind of a thought. I don't know how I got on that. I think that was because of work, and work has been a little hard lately, but I've been trying to be a little bit more positive about it, I guess, as you know, we all have our own things that we're going through day to day. But it's been good though. It's been good overall. Been, of course, really itching to just trying to get out and travel, you know, like just trying to make some more travel plans, because I found out I really do love to travel, I think. So been really excited to try to get more of those things aligned as well as just other goals in life. I think it's good to have some goals too. Coming back from that trip, guys, was just a pretty big awakening moment for me, and I just feel so blessed and fortunate that I got to experience that. Just definitely, I just feel a lot, I don't know what it is, but it might just be temporary, but I'm trying to ride it as hard as I can, you know, for now. But it's good. And yeah, I just been kind of reflecting back to that trip a little bit more, because just a lot happened, and I had a little bit of an epiphany, I would say, while I was driving, that I wanted to share with you guys. But before I get into that, though, I feel like I've been talking about a lot of deep things, which I don't want to like boggle you guys too much on deepness. I talked about that. I don't know, does it bother you guys? Now I'm curious, because I've talked about before, like, how I tend to talk like about a lot of deep stuff, right? I like to dig into a lot of like life subjects, and I've actually dated someone before that told me that I guess like the problem was like I just like get too deep all the time, because I always try to like dig into like other meanings, right? Like about life, because I love digging into things about life, especially if they're people that are like close to me and that I love like adventuring and learning about things like this with those people. So I guess I was kind of coming off a little bit strong, but I guess to my question is for you guys, like, do you guys find it annoying like when I talk a lot about deep things a lot? I guess almost every one of my videos, I feel like I've kind of ventured into a deep subject, right? And I'm just kind of curious now. I'm just like thinking, if we hung out every day or something, would it get on your nerves? I'm not saying that I would bring it up like that every day, but there's like potential that I could. If I don't know, my mind's just wired that way. If I find something that kind of fascinates me, I tend to just adventure into it. So yeah, anyways, that's just been kind of a question. You guys don't have to answer it like physically in the comments. I just guess you guys can, more rhetorical question, just kind of think about it too. I know the comments are a little bit daunting sometimes, but I always love when you guys do write your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comments. I always love reading them. And that kind of comes to my next point, is the comments you guys left on one of the last videos, the one with my mom, that I made the cooking video with the squid. If you guys haven't checked it out, you should do so. But oh, we had so much fun making that video, and just your guys' support and feedback on that video was just incredible. Like, you really lifted up my mom. She was really happy just seeing all this love, and it was really incredible. So thank you guys for being so kind. She had a lot of fun, and I got really emotional in that video, just kind of making it with my mom, because I've been doing YouTube for like 10 years, I guess, 11 years off and on, and I never had any of my parents in my videos, so it was just really nice to have, I guess, that memento now of my mom joining me with something that I love doing, which I think I should have had her a lot sooner, you know, in my videos, to be honest, but it just never came up. So having her there was really special. At the end of the video, I had to cut a lot out because I was getting quite emotional, but it was really nice to have her, and it was awesome that you guys were so supportive and kind. You guys are always so kind, so thank you guys. It was really fun, and I do want to do like a video with my dad too, but he doesn't talk as much, nowhere near like my mom, so I'm gonna have to like try to fill in a little bit, I think, for sure. He's a very quiet guy, especially when it comes to like public things, so we'll see how that goes. I'm interested in seeing how that is though, but that's been a lot of fun. And I just want to like learn so much more from them too. I feel like my thoughts are all over the place. Like, I got so many things I want to talk with you guys about, but it's just kind of reaching all over. When I was on my trip driving back, there's a thought that came to my mind about relationships when I was driving, and just, I guess, how we view relationships and what makes kind of a close relationship. This is kind of a not fully thought out thought, so I thought I'd just take this time to kind of dig into it with you guys. Relationships in general, you know, I feel like society has kind of almost what is it called? A list of things, like in order for a relationship to, I guess like an ordered list in order for like a relationship to work, right? Like first is like a meeting, and then it's like maybe a handshake, and then it's like a few dates, and then you guys are maybe like a hug, a kiss, you know, like all these, like a list, a sequence list of how a relationship should form and start. And if it doesn't like hit this ordered list, then it doesn't seem like it's gonna work out. Like it's not a healthy relationship. Like, oh, when you hear about someone meeting their parents, like maybe 2 weeks in, right? It's like, that's a little too soon, right? You guys are like moving way too fast. Like, what are you guys doing, you know? Or like moving in with each other after the third date, right? Like just things like this. Or I guess if your relationship starts out really physical, like maybe if you guys had sex first and then you guys went on dates after, I guess just like the thought is like it's not gonna work. And I was kind of like trying to dig into this a little bit more because I feel like we're really too set hard on this like ordered list, on what is it? The order that things need to happen in a relationship. And it really hinders a lot of relationships, I think, to grow, just because if things go out of order or things are just kind of maybe a little bit different than what society would think that a relationship should be, then we almost kind of stop the relationship early because we think that it's out of order. Like things are moving too fast. We're missing steps, which I think there are steps in a relationship, but I do believe everyone has different steps because there shouldn't be like one, I guess, correct order to do things. So of course I was relating all this to video games, okay, like I usually do. But the game that I was thinking of in particular was Zelda Breath of the Wild, because the way you play Zelda Breath of the Wild is there is no way to play Zelda Breath of the Wild. There is no like correct way, or I guess the order that you're supposed to be playing it. You can literally go to Gandalf's castle right when you turn on the game with a stick and go beat the main final boss down. Like you don't have to like go and do all these quests in order and like get powered up, but sure, it would help you. It would help you go, I guess, infiltrate the castle. But I think that the thing is that like you can play the game in any way you want. It's just going to be depending on like the challenges to it. And I think that's kind of how relationships should be kind of taken, right? Like we have a set of quests, maybe like a list of things. Now everyone's list though is altered and different. Like you don't need to do all these quests. Like you can skip quests in the relationship. Like that's totally fine too. But some quests are going to be harder to do without the previous ones, of course. But the final goal though, the final like main goal is being with each other. That's just the main goal. That's what it is, like just being together. And all these quests are, I guess, contributing the experience to being with each other, to helping you just strengthen your relationships. These pre-quests that we do, that kind of helps us do the other quests, maybe gets us prepared. Like maybe 10 dates might help us get prepared for meeting the parents or something, or I don't know, something like that, right? Like every encounter that we have with that person, it's like experience. We're investing the time in with them, and we're able to I guess be a little bit more prepared for the tasks, because some tasks we just need a lot more experience for, right? And I really did want to focus on like sex, like the physical aspect of the relationship, because I feel like sex is like really stressful for relationships, and there's like a lot of pressure that goes around it, at least in my mind. Maybe some people, they don't really view about it too much, but you know, there's always like, when's the right time, when's the right place, you know, is this the right person, stuff like this. But I think also it kind of does limit us a lot on just the relationship's growth in general, because sex should be just a beautiful thing in general. And the thing is, like, I've had relationships that started just purely physically. I'll say that. It started off like that, and I'm not gonna lie, like, afterwards, I felt like I was kind of half-heartedly going through the relationship because I thought that the relationship started off a little bit wrong in my mind, right? Like society's standpoints. So that was kind of like how I got into this like thought process. I was reflecting back to those relationships because I felt like we had some really strong connections, but just because of the circumstances, I was almost psyching myself out. So I think that was like really wrong of me to do. I feel like in relationships, like sex is like one of the like high quests, I guess. Like you need a lot of experience points to get there. This conversation's getting kind of weird. But like in Zelda Breath of the Wild, okay, like for, I guess, achieving Gandalf's castle, oh gosh, we're gonna be relating Gandalf's castle to siege the castle, is you need a lot of experience, right? Like in order for it like to be successful, I guess, in a way. Or if you just go there with a stick, you're not gonna do good things. So it's like maybe you want to go hit up the other temples first before you go to the castle, just so that you get leveled up and experience, I guess, and you can actually go in with the master sword and not just a branch from a tree. Oh my gosh. But that's kind of the thing. But it's not impossible though, right? Like I've watched a friend actually fight Gandalf with like right when she started the game, and she just beat the boss right off the bat. Just like she's like, can I go and climb that castle right now? And she did it. I watched the video game. All right, guys, watch the video game. Let's back up a little bit. It was interesting to think about it that way, as like these challenges that present themselves, but if it happens and if it works out, we shouldn't discount it quite yet, you know? I guess at the end of the day, you know, like I just want to view every relationship very unique and not try to set like some sort of standards or compare like how they should be, and just kind of approach every relationship very just like it's a unique and new encounter. I'm not just talking about like love interests, but just people, like relationships with people, because you know now I'm starting to form more relationships with people as well at work and just meeting new people in general. And I just want to give everyone just kind of like the unique, like this is experience, even though like it kind of seems like we're doing the same dance over and over again when we're meeting people and talking to people in general, and we're just kind of almost clumping them up together in the same entity. And I think that's really unfair to do. Oh my gosh, I just leveled 231. That scared me. I was zoning out, guys. I just like was in my mind a bit, but oh my gosh, there we go. 231. Let's get it. Big level, baby. Okay. Oh my goodness. That was awesome. Cool. Now it's just free. Now we just train. The goal was 231 and we hit it. So I'm happy about that. Who knows? 231 and maybe 30%? Should we shoot for 30%? I think that would be pretty good. But yeah, other than that, I've been pretty good. You know, just reflecting a lot about relationships in general. Been just really enjoying my time back still. I've been loving it. I do have some plans for the near future. I think, you know, I've talked about it like before I even left, like a long time ago, that I was looking to buy a house. That's still like one of my dream goals. It's kind of put on hold right now because I don't know. It just seems like a big commitment. I'm scared of commitment is what I found out too. But it's weird to say that though, because when I'm in a relationship, that's not a fear that comes into mind. And usually like commitment is within relationships, right? But maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe I am afraid of commitment too. And that could be a thing. Like I've been wanting to try to talk with a therapist recently. I've been trying to find one, which I like reached out to a few, but they were full and I couldn't get in. So I would like to go into person though. There's a lot of like online therapy that's available, but I kind of wanted to go into person because I feel like that's a little bit more uncomfortable for me, and I wanted to step out of my comfort zone a bit, especially with this, because I want to learn about myself. Like that's just my goal with therapy, is learn more about myself. And I think I would like to have someone that doesn't know me dig into my life a little bit. That would be really interesting experience, I think. So I really hope that I can see a therapist here soon and find one. That'd be incredible. Like whenever I'm filling out the application, I don't know what to write. Like I don't think there's like I don't know. Like I don't think I have depression, right? Like, or severe depression. I think we're all kind of depressed a little bit, you know, in general. But I don't think I have severe depression. Like I love my life. I'm not like, I don't think like super overly anxious about anything in particular. except if I have to do like presentations or something like that. I do feel like I get stressed out really easily though. What I found out like at work and stuff is like if I get kind of pressured a bit and I feel a little bit rushed, I tend to get like really stressed and like it's hard for me to like think straight a bit. So I think that's one thing. But also I did want, I guess, to talk to a therapist about just my obsession and desire of solitude. I find it kind of strange, like the more I talk about it, I guess, and I don't know if there's like something wrong with me on that, but like I want a partner. Like I miss having, I guess, a lover, a significant other, if I would call it, but just like in general, my obsession of like just my solitude. Like I feel like I'm a little bit more wanting to be alone in general, and that might be because I don't know. I really don't know. Like, okay, I do know a little bit, and I'll tell you guys this, is that I was very loved and sheltered as a child. Very fortunate, okay? Like I grew up as a single child. I do have a half brother, but he wasn't really in the picture of my life that much when I was growing up. So my parents really spoiled me. And if you guys saw like my last cooking video with my mom, like I love my mom and she loves me a lot too. And like I don't know, she's just like the best mom I could ever ask for, right? And my dad too. But I think like maybe because of the over sheltering and like I felt like I had a little bit late start of my life, I kind of lost my self-confidence and like just self-esteem a little bit. I didn't really have the college experience growing up, and I was just at home a lot. So when I left for work for Virginia, for the East Coast for like 4 years, that was my first time getting away from home and first time leaving Colorado, living on my own and all that. And when I went there, I felt like I awakened. Like I felt like I was reborn almost. It was something about just being in a super uncomfortable environment and needing to learn how to just live for yourself. Like there won't be things that are just handed to you when you're out by yourself. And I just really, really valued that. Like I felt like I popped off a little bit, and like I was just all of a sudden learning a lot about my life, which I think that's what I find the most fulfilling about my life, is just learning about it and experiencing it. So I was there, but you know, when I was in the East Coast, I was doing the same thing, right? Like I was just playing video games, I was going to work and stuff, but I felt like I was so powerful. Like I was so ambitious in a way. I had a lot of energy too, just kind of needing to do it. I was almost like on a roll. Like I just had to keep going and going. And I want to feel that feeling here while I'm back at home, but I felt like when I came back, especially the first like time I came back, I think a few years ago, last year, I really struggled. Like I felt like I wasn't getting stimulated enough. Like my brain and my life wasn't getting stimulated enough, and everything was just way too comfortable here at home. So that was kind of the thing. Like I like to have a challenge, I think, in life and like have that presented. I'm thinking that's like one thing that I'm kind of like trying to deal with right now is feeling powerful, feeling confident, but still at home, because I want to be close to family too. You know, I love my family. I just feel sometimes suffocated, and I don't want to feel that way. So it's really conflicting feelings, to be honest. I don't think I ever trained at 230 before, guys, if I'm honest with you all, because with Gentle Straws, I hit 230, but the reason why Gentle Straws is 232 is because I use those free level up potions all the time whenever we got them for events. So this is my first time like actually training at 230-ish, which is pretty cool. This is like the time where I feel like every percent is like pretty meaningful for me. It gives me some of those like older day feels in Maplestory where it just was really difficult to level like pre 100 or something when you're trying to even get to 100. It's cool that we could still feel that grind in this game. Maple is gonna always be a grind for us, but we just gotta pace ourselves, you know, like don't want to burn yourself out too hard too fast. Yeah, if you ever feel yourself getting like burnt out with Maplestory, make some new characters, make some Link Mules or Legion characters, and who knows, maybe you'll fall in love with one of those characters and those can be your new main and you can work on that for a bit. Hold on, I want to check out something actually. Copper Sand released a video. of like a tier ranking video. I want to watch Copper Sand's tier ranking video. And the reason being is because I heard he talked about wind archers, and I'm curious about what he said about wind archers. I gotta make maybe an updated tier list video after I train some more Link and Legion skills. I feel like Copper Sand would be the best one to watch for this because they just have the most knowledge.
Might be time for a best class tier ranking based on my own opinion of every class.
Let's go.
Today we'll be doing exactly that. Everything in this video is based on my own opinion. I can't stress this enough. So if you don't agree with my opinion of a class, that's totally fine. But just so you know that you're wrong. Now let me know in the comments.
Copper Sand, we're gonna agree with you, baby boo.
Starting off with the Explorer Magician Bishop. You know, Bishops used to be the backbone of the community feeling of Maplestory, providing heals and holy
Copper Sand gonna be doing Bishops dirty.
And while their role hasn't really changed in the game itself has. Bishops feel a bit redundant in the current day Maplestory.
Oh
there's
no
party play, there's no party grinding.
That throws them into the C rank.
Grinding isn't too amazing.
Oh
and
my
while
gosh, Copper Sand,
battles,
how can you be so savage? I feel like I put Bishop at SS tier in my video. Maybe I need to make another Bishop to see. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Let's just kind of a little bit spoilers. I want to get
Dark
to the
Knight's kind of similar in that regard.
Ice Lightning is S. Okay, I have to agree with that. Ice Lightning is pretty lit. Fire Poison, don't really remember that class too much. Pally? Wait, did they put Pally at A rank and not SS? Respect, Copper Sand. Not like sticking to their like bias page roots, but just like wrecking the Pally where it needs to deserve to be wrecked, I guess. I guess A rank is not like exactly wrecking. It's more so of like a respectful passing. I mean, because there's SS, you know, like if SS is like the best, right?
Alright, let's getting to level 3. Mechanic is not a bad class, it just needs to be nurtured into a strong one, and like many others, I want to see big numbers really fast, and therefore this class is B tier for me. Next up is the pride and joy of Maplestory Global, Jet. Jet has been buffed recently, and their fidge up skills are pretty nice.
Oh, Wind Archer. Okay,
right,
okay,
so this class is DaBoki's new main, so we gotta be nice.
Wait.
A tier as well. Alright, so this class is DaBoki's new main, so we gotta be nice, else he might leave a mean comment. Wind archers are amazing. They use wind and they're archers. No, but seriously, this class has a 5th job vacuum orb skill that travels.
Did he just drop it into SS tier?
They can unleash tornadoes and
oh my gosh.
Decent mobbers and bossers. Nothing special, but they aren't too bad either. The only thing holding this class down is that you'll be buffing a lot. They have some additional ability, but nothing.
Bro, I got so excited when I saw this drop right here in SS tier. Did you see that? Let's just stop the video right here. I watched Copper Sand before I started doing YouTube, like a long time ago. I would have their videos on repeat before I go to sleep, and they just, man, they helped me a lot through my earlier days of just getting through. That was when I started in college and everything like that. So it was really incredible, and just being able to like content create like so closely to them and just like have them mention my name in videos is just it's amazing. I actually like freaked out like really hard when Copper Sand and I were doing Maple Fest together. We did like a virtual Maple Fest a while back. I think it was it last year or 2 years ago? I can't really remember, but you know, we were hosting Maple Fest and I saw them, I got to talk with them, and I was so nervous and I was freaking out, but I actually took a screenshot, if you see this, of us when we were in the same Discord, because it just like, I don't know, I wanted some sort of memory, some memento where we were just like there together. And I love seeing the two names there together. So I took a screenshot of this and just saved it, Copper Sand and DaBoki. But anyways, not being a creepy stalker or anything, but you know, I really like them. They're awesome. I should just say it's actually one. It's just Ronald now. I think Marcel is doing other things. But back when I started watching, it was both Ronald and Marcel. And I don't think that Femke was there quite yet when I started watching them. But yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome to see them. Anyways, yeah, guys. Oh my gosh. I think I'm done. I'm done with this totem. I can do a mega burning character. Oh my gosh. Yes. We got to burn something. All right. I'm still thinking Jet, but I don't know. I'll try to see if there's something else that'll give me some good IED. IED is kind of what I want. Can I buy one of these things? Ooh, additional symbols. Oh, I should have been doing this. Why am I not doing this? Oh, I could have gotten additional XP too. Guys, I feel like I'm a little bit sad. All right, I am trying to level up my symbols, so let me do the symbol thing. Okay, so the symbol thing is ready, so I can get extra symbols now for completing my dailies. Thank you so much for watching this very long video here of Totem Talks. I hope you guys did enjoy it and made it this far. Again, I congratulate you. Always like so surprised that people make it to the end of these videos because they're so long, and it makes me actually really happy too that people actually do make it to the end. I'm like, my gosh, I barely made it to the end and I'm filming this video. So you guys are troopers. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are doing well. And thank you again so much for watching. Much love, one love. This has been DaBoki. I'll be seeing you guys later. Goodbye.